Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the wonderful world of Waikato Sheds. As you can see, it's a lovely morning here in the Waikato. Sun's out.
This is amazing. You're going to want to watch this one. We have Pat's Shed, which is a fantastic antiques shop here in the Waikato, and they've built this awesome minor dwelling for the grandparents here, and it looks fantastic. So follow along and you're going to get to see some awesome shed stuff today, guys. Alright, welcome to the wonderful world of Waikato Sheds. As we've teased, we've got a real special one for you guys today. Now, what are we looking at, Sean?
This is a pretty awesome mono pit shed here. We got Jason. As you can see, nice big 4-meter walls on the high side and 3.2 on the low side. A couple nice Garrador roller doors in the front here as well, 3.2 high by 3 wide. And the whole shed is done in a nice iron sand colour steel colour.
It's fantastic. Shout out to Ryan Billings and the crew. They built this shed. This part of it was built 10 years ago, and now this one has got an antiques shop in it, and we're going to get to meet Pat and Paul behind that shortly, and then end up put on minor dwelling on the end of it for Pat's parents as well. So that was an addition that we did 7 years ago. Shout out once again to Ryan, the Billings team that built it, and then LEB Loveridge Builders that did the fit out inside. So watch on and we'll show you all the fit out and all the cool little features that they've done on the inside.
Some of the features I just do want to pick up to start off with is I can see it's quite light in the shed as well, which is what you want, especially if people walking through continuously as well. So they've got some clear lights running down the roof, and then also a nice whirlybird up in that back corner just for a little bit more ventilation. But yeah, I reckon we meet the clients and get them to give us a little bit of a tour.
Yeah, let's pop on inside. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome.
Hey Paul.
Hi.
Hey Pat. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So, how's it going? Yeah, obviously lovely day in the Waikato today.
It's always like this, Sean.
Yeah. A bit cold this morning though. It was
chilly.
lots of frost out and everything, but it makes the Waikato quite a picturesque place to be, doesn't it?
It's a beautiful place to be.
It's great place to live.
So I was looking over before and I see that this shed is about 10 years old. So we first commenced everything back in 2013. How did you actually find Waikato Sheds, and obviously the process and all? And
Yeah, Waikato Sheds were great. Everything was built beautifully.
Cool.
We were very happy with the shed. It worked so well for us.
Yeah.
The team was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right from Brian to start with, and then on to the builders. They were lovely, and actually they were very respectful, which when you've got older people around, it's always really great to have builders that are respectful. We really love that about them.
I don't know if Ryan still has kind of the same setup as what he does now, but I do know that he has his own little smoko hut, and he brings his own portaloo, and obviously keeps the sites really tidy.
Yes.
He likes to make sure, like he said to me, the clients are going to want to see what you're doing when you work. So just imagine coming to a site once I've left and there's rubbish everywhere.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that he kind of, little details like that
Yes.
just makes your guys' experience a lot more enjoyable.
Yes.
But yeah, I can see that we got quite a few good little treats behind us here. So what goes on in this shed, Pat?
So this is where we run Pat's Shed. It's a basically solid wood furniture or antique vintage shop, and we have a lot of little furnishings. And we really take pride in our shop. I love doing what I do, and actually Paul and I do this full time now. So we're in a very blessed position that we can work from home and go and have a cup of tea when we want to, enjoy the sun. It's a beautiful place to be in the Waikato. So
It is.
yeah, it is great.
So how long have you been doing this type of work for?
Well, I'm actually a teacher also, but I gave teaching up at the end of 2020. So we then decided to sort of scale this up and try to make it more a shop and a business.
Yep.
That's how we came to be doing this full time, and we really love it.
Yeah, we get some amazing people coming here looking for something special, and
Yeah,
you
cool.
get to hear their stories. And
it's nice to be able to provide something special to these people as well, you know.
Yeah.
But
One thing we'd probably say is it's not so much about the sale.
Yeah.
Like, we would spend an hour talking to people, and if we don't make a sale, maybe we're not good business people, but we think people are really important.
Yeah.
You know, people often unload, and the more they unload, and so we get to share in their life, and so we're really in a really privileged position to be able to help and support people. One of our big things, it's not about the sale.
Yep.
It's about loving people, and yeah, we do have to make some money, so that would be good if we could sell something as well, but it's
Showing
not
pride
so much
in the
about
product.
that. Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
That's right.
No, awesome. Well, we might just have a quick little look around and everything
Thank
like
you.
that. Show us some of your favourite parts. And
Okay.
yeah, I know that the big piece behind us over there, that's actually the oldest piece in here.
Yes.
Been around since the 19 what, sorry?
Well, I think you said...
Prior to 1880.
1880s, yeah, nice. So yeah, we'll have to have a look and let Pat show us some of the cool things in here.
Came from a beautiful home in Chedworth actually, and he had really quality fittings, so it's just lovely. This also came from that same man.
Yep.
And it's another beautiful piece of furniture. I pretty much hand pick most of my things.
Cool.
I don't just go and buy the whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so yes, it does often happen like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we do source most of our stuff within 2 hours of where we're living.
Cool.
Well, we go to Tauranga. We get a lot of good stuff from Tauranga.
Yeah.
And the other place is probably Tikawiti, down that area. But it actually is pretty close. So.
Yeah. And do the clients ever come to you and say, hey, I'm looking for something like this? Would you be able to keep an eye out for something like this and let me know when something comes in?
Yes,
or something like
yes,
that?
people do that often. It's pretty tricky, when they do that, but I do get people coming, and I actually obviously get the same people who come over and over again because they like what we're selling. It's all solid wood furniture. It's it's going to be around for much longer than we are. So because of that, people just come back because they know what we sell.
Yeah.
Sometimes some people come back every week.
Yeah, and obviously you guys are lovely people too, so who wouldn't want to come back?
Thanks, Sean.
But yeah, so 1880s and all the way from London.
Yes, that's right. She's a pretty heavy piece, this, so if you're wanting to buy her, you're going to have some strong people.
Yep.
It's the bottom part alone took about five guys to lift. Then the top comes off, and it's just so ornate, but actually very classical.
Yep.
It really does make a statement. So I really love this piece. So this piece here is actually there's a place in China where there was European and Chinese influence. They joined together in a place, and so it's got a lot of Chinese. So some Chinese people will come in here and say, "Oh yes, that's very Chinese." And then they'll say to me, "Oh no, that's not Chinese." But it's apparently a place where they had both of those influences together, and the people built it together. So that's kind of nice. I like that. Got a lot of Rimu furniture, and we've got a few dressing tables, some burr walnut.
Check myself out.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure I'm looking good, eh?
Not as good as me. Not as good as me. So this is actually part of the other. It's a German set of china. The other bit's on the table over there.
Yep.
And it's a very elegant, beautiful piece of china. The brand is a Bavarian brand. It's called Hutchinruther, if you can actually pronounce that. So that's a beautiful piece of china there. Now this wardrobe, actually I think originally it was a wardrobe, we picked this up from a man, and he said that it's come from South Africa, and he said that he served drinks out of this to Nelson Mandela and to Bishop Desmond Tutu. It's kind of a shame, he said, that when he was coming over to New Zealand he lost its provenance, the paperwork that came with it, but that's actually really a stunning piece.
That is a stunning piece,
Yes.
Obviously a lot of these pieces would have some pretty cool stories behind them as well.
Right.
And obviously that's probably what intrigues people into this type of work as well, because obviously the stories that you probably hear from half these things are quite amazing.
Yes. If only furniture could talk, hey?
Yeah. I like these little watches and stuff up here. They're pretty cool.
Now this one here is made in the States.
Yep.
It's sterling silver.
Cool.
Unfortunately it doesn't work.
Yep.
But it actually has, if you can open it, Nukumai, 1927.
Oh, wow.
So nearly 100 years old.
Yeah.
And I think that might have been a racehorse.
Oh,
So-
my granddad was a professional jockey. I'll have to ask him and see if he knows much about it. But
Yes. A beautiful piece of furniture. And it has a secret. You try and open that, Sean? Come on, you've got some skills.
Oh, I do not know. You're going to have to show me here.
Oh, thank you. So it's actually a secret place, I guess, where they used to hide their jewelry, a little bit like a safe.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, that's an amazing piece of furniture.
A lot of the stuff in here is still in very good condition.
Well,
so.
that's one of the hardest things, because often I spend a lot of time on my phone, of course.
Yep,
Flick, 3 o'clock in the morning, and Paul's like, turn that phone off. But I like to try to source really beautiful things.
Yep.
And so because of that, I do spend a lot of time. I guess the business really is about time.
Yeah.
And people, like we said.
So like you see, guys, this is an awesome little place that Pat's got here on her hands. Definitely come down, check it out, and obviously there's a lot more to see. We can't show you everything. We've got to keep you guys a little bit excited to get down here, but yeah, come down, check out Pat and Paul, lovely people. But yeah, we've got a little bit more we need to check out. You're going to have to check out the little dwelling on the end here. It's a cool little space for Pat and Paul to live close to their relatives as well. All right, guys, follow me through. We'll go find Jason in the little dwelling next door and see what we can see. Oh, hey Jace, how's it going?
Awesome, Sean, mate.
What's going on?
Well, whilst you're having a good chat with Pat and checking out the antiques, I've been having a good chat with Tammy, her old man that lives in here. He's awesome. We've been talking a little bit of sermons, but some great old school Christian hymns and some pretty funny jokes as well. So that's been cool. So they've built this awesome minor dwelling as an addition to the shed here. And it was pretty hilarious. I was talking to Pat's mum, and she was like, "You want me to live in a shed?" But they came and checked out another one we'd done on River Road. It was lovely, and it's so warm. I mean, it was below freezing this morning in the Waikato. You come in here with these big thick walls full of insulation, double glazing, city glass. Thank you, my friends. And they really love living here, and it just helps them stay warm and healthy and that.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you got the family across from it.
So is it easy for Waikato Sheds to add something on to a shed like this?
Absolutely. It's always a little bit more of a challenge to add on once it's done, because you've got to engineer a habitable building onto the addition of a non-habitable shed. But we do a lot of these now, as you've seen, where we'll do a minor dwelling as part of the shed, and it's something that we can do really simplistically and cost effectively. And then you can end up with these really cool zones. I mean, like, you've got these beautiful windows up high here that gives the sun coming in. Ryan Billings did the outside of it, and LEB Loveridge Builders did the internal fit out on this. 7 years old, and it still looks mint here. So you've got this beautiful kitchen with this lovely outlook onto this rural setting. Even though that we know that if you're a pretty good cricketer, you could probably hit Rototuna from here.
Oh, if I'm lucky, I might have to come down and get some training done first, but yeah.
And then inside here, they've done it really nicely. We can check out the bathroom. It's designed for an older couple there, and a nice, really warm bedroom there, which is going to get the afternoon sun. So
you can definitely tell that the clients have really thought about the shed as well, and the positioning of it and where it's sitting on the property. Because I was talking to Paul outside before, and they were saying they really like how the high walls are on this side, because it just allows all that extra sun to get in during the day and in the morning.
Testament to originally Brian working in with the clients, designing something for their needs, taking the time, speccing it, all the tradies, colour steel for the cladding, New Zealand steel for the structure. So everyone's just done a really good job, and it's so cool to be able to come back and see something that's 10 years old on that shed, 7 years old here, and it still looks like new. So it's fantastic.
Sure is.
Awesome. Oh well, it's a fantastic day. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves there. Thanks for watching it. If you've got any questions, feel free to pop it below. Sean and I will answer those for sure.
Yep.
And otherwise, thanks for it, and we'll see you on the next one.
Catch you later, guys.